Hi guys. So the download of the day is Psalms 34:10, and it says, "The young lions do lack and suffer hunger, but they that seek the Lord shall not want any good thing." As I was reading this verse, it got me thinking, what are some characteristics of cubs? Cubs, they don't open their eyes till they're 2 to 3 weeks old. They don't see for a week after that. When lionesses are about to give birth, they take themselves away from the pride and they go to a private place, give birth there, and keep the cubs hidden until the cub is ready. So they keep them hidden in wherever they go until the appointed time. And that's usually about 6 weeks old that the cubs are introduced to the rest of the pride. And cubs are completely defenseless, they're completely vulnerable, they can't fend for themselves. The lioness provides everything for them: food, shelter, protection, everything. And in the same way, we are like the cubs in this situation, and God is our lion or our lioness. He's the one who is our Jireh. He provides, he protects, he keeps, he meets practical needs such as hunger and the requirement for food, which seems so basic, but it's essential for survival. And the verse goes on to say that those that seek the Lord will not want any good thing. So as we seek him, as we Christians, as we seek God, we will never lack anything that's good. And it doesn't mean that we won't have problems or that there won't be areas where things are missing. It just means that we will never lack. We will never go without the goodness of God in our lives. And it reminded me of the verse in Psalms 84:11 that says, "No good thing will he withhold from them that walk uprightly." And I just love that God confirms it several times through his word. Like, he's a good God. We can trust him. His goodness runs after us. And his goodness he's a God of abundance. So if he's not going to withhold anything, withhold really means to be limiting. But if the abundant God doesn't limit, you can imagine it's not just him not withholding good things, but actually there's going to be an abundance of goodness, abundance of good things in our lives that we're going to see. And often you can read this verse and think, okay, it's just for people that walk uprightly, or the other verse, it's just for people who seek God. But actually, God is not a God of works. It's not about works. It's not about the law. We know that Jesus came to complete the law. He loved us so much, he sent his son, because he knew actually it would take a lamb, it would take his son to redeem us from sin and to even help us to even be able to be back in right living with him. So he knew that it's not by anything that we do, but because of what he's done, that we even get a chance to walk uprightly, that we even get a chance to seek him. So it's not anything we do, it's all his goodness. And as part of that, isn't that just comforting to know that he's a good God? We can trust him. He knew we'd be flawed. He knew we didn't make the cut. And knowing that he sent his son to die on the cross for us so that we could be back in right living with him, and he could then continually bless us with goodness and bless us in so many different ways. And it doesn't end with us. We're blessed, as you know, to be a blessing. So it's just so comforting to know that goodness chases us down, runs after us. We have a good God who loves us and who gives us an abundance of good things. So I hope that blesses you today, and I'll see you tomorrow.